You ready for some voices? You are now tuning in to Voices with Corey. Today's guest, Joe Porter. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Voices by Corey. It has been quite some time since I have jumped on a podcast or been a part of a podcast series. It has been, I think, a couple years since I, released my seat of the Newgrounds podcast, and I've had that itch to start my own podcast and do some fun things within the Newgrounds community for quite some time. And I got this itch lately where, I wanted to do what I've always wanted to do more on the Newgrounds podcast, which is bring on voice actors from the Newgrounds community and outside and just showcase all these different voice actors that are around and, give them a little stage and a platform to showcase what they can do. This is going to be a brand new series. This is very raw. It's very new. So this very first episode, the guest that we have for this is very phenomenal. I'm excited to have him on. I was listening to an old episode that we did of NGP. He was a guest, and listening to us just talk about voice acting, and we read a script at the end of it, just performing as characters, and it was so fun, and it sparked me to want to do this podcast. I have no name for this podcast yet, but I wanted to go with in the booth, but we also wanted to, kind of have it tailored to specifically me. This is something that I'm putting on. So maybe it's Voices with Corey. Instead of Voices by Corey, it's Voices with Corey. So maybe that's the podcast name. I don't know. We'll come to fruition. We'll think about a greater name for this podcast, but for the time being, it's open for interpretation. You guys can leave some suggestions, but what this podcast is all about, like I said, it's bringing on voice actors in the Newgrounds community, whether it's brand new or veterans, and just letting them talk about voice acting for a little bit, what they love about the craft, what they, what are some of the things that just make them tick about the industry, what are some of the things that they just truly love, what got them into it, what are some of the things that just drive them to be a better voice actor. And then we'll let them talk about some projects that they're working on that they're very excited about. And then we'll wrap things up by recording a scene from a well-known movie or a TV show or just animations or just what have you, and just have fun with it. We're not going to do the original characters. We're going to do our own special characters and just have fun with it. So I'm very excited about this, and I've actually had this idea for quite some time, but it just, life in general, that's what pulled me away from NGP in the first place. And like I said, I wanted to get back into podcasting for quite some time. And this is, I feel the best way to do it. And this isn't going to be a whole hour long, hour and a half. It's going to be a 30-minute episode where we just talk for a little bit and just, friends, just having a good old conversation about a topic that we truly love. And when you do that, conversations just flow and you have an amazing time doing that. So yeah, we're not really going to force this thing. We're just going to keep it nice and simple, keep you guys engaged, because, the longer a podcast goes on, people tend to just zone out. I want to have a nice, quick, short episode that you can listen to quickly, and then maybe listen to another one after that and just, get through it and pique your interest the entire time. So I'm excited about this new podcast, Voices with Corey, and I'm super excited about the very first guest that we have on the show. This is a very dear friend of mine, and listening to an old episode of NGP with him that we did, I was laughing my ass off, and the skit that we recorded at the end was just even more hilarious, and it sparked me to really want to just jump in the booth and do this. This is very last minute. I hit him up to hey, do you want to jump in the booth with me and record something tonight? He goes, fuck yeah, let's do it. So this is going to be very raw. It's very new. We don't know what the hell's going to come out of it, but we're going to have some fun recording this episode and just chatting and just doing what friends do, just chatting and having a good old time. Like, we were chatting for damn near an hour before we even started recording for the podcast. If you follow him on Newgrounds, if you have ever watched a Cheeto animation, Pencilmation, if you are a fan of the series Dude Guy and Dr. Jib, you have heard this dude before. He goes by Mr. Joe Porter, and he is beautiful, he is breathtaking, and he has one of the most amazing voices that I have heard. Joe, how the hell are you doing, my good dude?
Brother, I'm chilling. Was I allowed to talk during that whole intro? I feel like I was...
No, you weren't. No,
Okay.
I wanted you to wait like a good boy. So you did the right thing. That was very good of you. Good job.
Okay.
You get your treat for the night, okay?
Yes, dude, finally. I'm starving. 'Cause I had a joke about an itch, and I had a joke about raw, and I wanted to do both, but I stopped for you, Corey. Because you said I had an itch, and then I said I want to go raw, and I was going to say something, but I didn't. Because I'm professional. Good. I just wanted to make sure. What's up, Corey? How we doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Joe. And see, like, this is why I wanted to have Joe for the very first episode, because he's a fun dude. He's very bubbly, and he just makes you laugh no matter what he says.
You said you wanted this to be 30 minutes, but we literally spent like an hour and a half chatting about nothing earlier. Are you sure this is going to be 30 minutes? Are you sure?
We're definitely going to shoot for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Right? I'm keeping my eye on
the timer.
On the
You got a
recording time.
timer
Like,
going?
when we get, yeah, like when we get to a certain time, we're going to cut it off, and we're going to get right into reading for that final skit that we're going to do at the end. We already have our scene picked out. We already have characters picked out, and it's going to be really fun. It's from a well-known show that you guys love, and it's a scene that everyone knows and loves. We're not going to reveal it just yet, but
it's
man,
Barney. You remember Barney, bro? You have kids. Do they still play Barney?
You
love
yeah,
me.
I think they still make Barney.
No way.
I'm pretty sure they still make Barney. Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Barney in 2024. Did Barney survive the pandemic? 2024. Yeah,
he may not have survived the meteor, but he could survive a pandemic.
Bro, look at him now. They ruined him. What did they do to him? Hold on, Corey. I'm sending you a picture in the thing. Hold on. This is disgusting. What have they done to Barney?
Yeah, are you gonna ruin me too? Holy shit!
Look at him, dude.
Oh my God! What?
I know. No. Who is that?
Oh,
that's
that is not Barney. That's
not
like
Barney.
A piece of shit 3D version of him.
That's George
I will
the
post
dinosaur.
This image.
That's trash.
I will post this image on the Newgrounds page when this goes live, so you guys know exactly what we're talking about, so your eyes can burn just like ours.
I hate him, dude. I hate him. I hate the future. Future ruins everything, especially my favorite big purple dinosaur that I haven't thought about until just now. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. They're taking away everything.
Well, buddy, like I said, I wanted to have you on the first episode just because you're so lively, you're so animated, you are exactly what it takes to be a voice actor. You know, we talked about it in the NGP episode. If you are a character just in life, you have what it takes to be a voice actor. And you have that persona, that energy that just lives and thrives and grows. And we get to see that in all the Cheeto animations that you've gotten to be a part of over the years, especially with Dude Guy and Dr. Jib. And I know you want to talk about that, and I want to talk about it.
That's Dude Guy and Dr. Jib that you can find on Cheeto Studios right now at youtube.com and various social media platforms. That's Dude Guy and Dr. Jib coming when we finish episodes. All right, go ahead.
And you better go watch it because
it
is a hilarious series.
Damn right.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Thanks, man.
I wanted to talk about that with you because when we had the Newgrounds podcast episode back in 2022, I think it was.
Which is crazy.
Right? It's already been nearly 2 years since we recorded that episode.
That does not feel like 2 years ago.
I know. But time has just gone by so fast. Like I was telling you earlier, I got my 2 kids. My son, he turns 1 year old in 2 months. And
that's right. You were mentioning that. Man. No way. It's been a whole year since you popped out.
It is crazy. It's crazy since he popped out.
Now he's this living thing that you have to feed. Go ahead.
Well, like one of the questions I asked you was, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years in your voiceover career? And you mentioned, you want to possibly voice in an anime series, like be the lead in an anime series.
Well, I think I was talking about like video games and like just any TV show in general.
Yeah.
Just like what every voice actor wants to do, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you also gave an answer saying, or instead of doing that, I just want to be working on my own show with Cheeto, possibly Do Guy and Dr. Jib, and just make that happen and make it a series. And you guys are doing that, and I'm so fucking proud of you guys.
Thanks, baby.
You've been going pedal to the metal, balls to the wall.
Damn right.
And you've been pumping out shorts, full on.
We're pumping out shorts like Corey pumps out babies. Woo! Let's go! All right, yeah, we have. We've been working hard with our amazing bros and brosettes. We've been doing good shit. I'm looking forward to seeing what we do more.
What's the next episode? Because you guys just released a trailer.
Yes, a teaser.
For your next episode.
It's called The New System.
What can you give us like a quick synopsis of what that episode's going to be about?
It's a typical Sunday evening or afternoon for our boys, our homeboys, Dude Guy and Jib. Just kind of like what happens on a day off, from time to time of our two do-gooders in Embargo City, their hometown, their home city. And it's really just like trying to show more about the characters and like what they have to just put up with on day-to-day life when they're not even working. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be fun.
And even the times where they're not working, they're just dealing with some very chaotic shit just from like what you hear in the trailer.
Yeah, Embargo City don't sleep, baby, and neither do our boys.
Hell yeah, man.
And you can find that out sometime in summer 2024 when we finish it. Which is very soon. It's very soon because we're in summer 2024 right now. We literally just have like a couple little tweaks here and there and it's out, bro. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I've had this script written since like college. It's like part of like this is the same like because it was originally a short, but then me and Cheats like kind of made it a little longer when we edited it. But it was like in the same time frame where I wrote the demon scripts or wrote the draft of the demon script. I basically like took a couple days and just wrote a bunch of random scripts that were supposed to be like shorts when Dude Guy was just supposed to be just like a me thing. Like Cheeto wasn't even really, he was off doing his own thing. So I was like, well, maybe I could do this solo. Then I was like, nah, I'm not doing this solo. It's too much work. And then we came back together and it was like, yeah, let's make a show. And now we're able to actually put out these scripts that have been collecting dust in the Google Docs for all these years. And I'm excited because this one's really good. It's really good.
Well, it's cool that this idea that you've had since college is ultimately being brought to life finally. Like I know we talked about that the last time we got together. Like this baby that you've been sitting on for quite some time is finally being made. These ideas are coming to life, and you guys are executing them. And the episodes are hilarious. You have a great animation team that's helping you out.
Oh my God,
and
the best.
I know we got Jay Kaluger who's been working on the animations with you. Zaz has been helping out with music and everything. Like,
Rob on audio. Shoutouts to Rob. Shoutouts to Rob on Robert Young. I think it's spelled with a J. He's rules. Shout out to you, Rob. Audio wizard Rob.
It's really cool that you have this team behind you now, working this thing out and bringing it to life, just like all the other indie animators out there getting their teams together and pumping out episodes. And you guys are doing that with Dude Guy and Dr. Jib. And the cool thing about it is the reception has been absolutely amazing. There's a lot of positive feedback. Would you say that's one thing that has truly been the coolest thing about putting these episodes out? Is the fact that people have been enjoying it?
Dude, like most of the comments have been really nice. They've always been like, "Man, you should have your own show. You're underrated." Not to, pat myself on the back or ourselves on the back, but it's like, other than like a few comments which are a little weird, and then the thousands of comments that say Dr. Jib is pops, that is really like the main. Like, it's just been really nice and really supportive. And anyone who's listening to this who either left a comment or has been supportive of our boys, our homeboys, our favorite boys. We love you. I love you the most, but Cheeto likes you, okay? He's all right with you. He's not ready to commit or anything, but I'll marry you on the spot. We could go to Vegas. We could get hooked up, whatever you want to do. I'll pump out a couple kids for you. I'll be Corey. I don't care. I'll do it for you,
Joe
man.
will put on the best performance of his career and be me.
Yes. Oh man, I don't think I could pull a Corey. I'd have to be like handsome and talented first. You know what I mean? Zing.
Well, the joke's on you. I'm not that handsome, okay?
Oh my god. Sure, I guess I haven't seen you in person. Maybe every photo of yours is photoshopped. You know, AI is crazy these days.
I know. I was gonna say every photo you've seen of me so far has just been like, you know, illustrations and whatnot. So
I've seen a couple of your
you
faces.
Don't know how beautiful
I follow you on TikTok. I've seen your TikToks.
Oh shit!
I actually don't have a TikTok, but I have seen your TikToks.
Cool, fun story. I just wear a mask whenever I do those, so that's not even
I
my
knew
real
it.
face, you know.
I knew it.
It's just like one of those little.
It's all coming to
plastic
Yep.
masks.
Yep. The exclusive out here first on Voices from who to talk to Corey. What are we going with?
Voices with Corey.
Voices with
Masks
Corey.
with Corey.
Yes. This is becoming like an autobiography now. This is getting deep.
Well, one thing I do want to just really talk about before we even get into the performance for the night is, you know, we just mentioned how Dude Guy and Dr. Jib was something that you've had in your pocket since college. So I'm sure that a lot of time has passed.
Yeah, not to interrupt you, I've had Dude Guy and Dr. Jib in my pocket since 6th grade.
Holy shit.
Yeah, before they were even called Dude Guy and Dr. Jib. When I was in 6th grade, we were not a commission, like been paid, but like our art teacher was like, for the final year, we're all going to make a comic book. The entire 6th grade class is going to get a page, and you're all going to make a comic. And I didn't have any ideas, but I was reading a lot of Shonen Jump manga, and I was reading One Piece and Bo, two specific animes that inspired Dude Guy and Jib's designs originally. That's honestly why Dude Guy's eyes are always closed, because at first I didn't understand that was like a thing. Like it was like I don't honestly even know what it means now. I just saw Brock and Bobobo and a bunch of other characters.
Yeah.
It might mean Asian, but it doesn't mean Asian Dude Guy. It just means I didn't know and his eyes are closed. And now it means because he's piped up all the time. But what am I? So yeah, they were originally called Dude Man and Mr. Pie because, you know, Pie was just so hilarious in the early 2000s. And now they've just slowly evolved and moved and changed. And then Cheeto and I got together and made that first episode forever ago. And then we dropped it for a little bit to do our own thing. Then we came back and now it's become a brand new thing. So yeah, it's been through a lot of years and it's evolved a lot. Does the squinty eye thing mean Asian and like is because Brock is Asian, that's why his eyes are squinted? I really don't understand that.
I don't understand it too. I've always questioned that too, but I've never like. I'm like, well, I guess that's just the design of what he's supposed to be.
Because it's not
I've
just
never
Brock. There's a
understood
bunch
what it
of
was
characters that are like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me emphasize now. Dude Guy is not Asian. He's just very stoned and his eyes can't open. Period. That's lore. There you go. Put that in the wiki if the wiki is still up. I don't know if that wiki's still around, but definitely put that there. All right, go ahead.
I love that. But yeah, like knowing that Dude Guy and Dr. Jib stem from basically 6th grade, you know, one of the things that we talked about, and I think this is a great thing to talk about as a voice actor, is, you know, we look at the early stuff that we've worked on or early concepts that we've had.
Oh, yeah,
voices,
yes.
Or just
yes.
our early performances and seeing how we've evolved over time. You know, how important do you think it is to maintain your original works, and do you use those performances to propel you further in your newer works that you end up doing?
Well, we were just talking about this before, how like it's a lot like a weight loss thing. Like you don't understand how much progress you're making until you see the absolute trash that you're putting out before. Like I told you, I was recording my first demo on a Dell webcam, and it was trash, naturally.
Yeah.
But if you compare that to the work I've been doing with Cheeto, the work I've been doing recently, and seeing that I've gotten all these shots and all these breaks, thank God. It's without that, I wouldn't have been able to do this kind of thing. You gotta, and then, like we were saying before, if you ever feel like down on yourself or you're not making any progress, check out your old shit. Because hopefully it'll bring like some motivation. Like, hell yeah, I am improving. But also B, it'll kind of remind you of like what, you know, why you're in this, what the joy of this really began like, you know? For me, like, I got into this just because it was funny and it was fun. And I enjoyed running my mouth and saying ridiculous stuff and being characters, you know? Like most people. So, but sometimes with, like, especially when you're trying to make it a career, you, like, forget, you know? You get wrapped up in the money and the views and, like, you know, you want this, you want that. You think you should be doing this. You think you should be at this level. You think, blah, blah, blah. You got to stop thinking and feel, brother. Feel it, brother. Feel what's your feeling like, you know?
I agree. Like I told you, I still have my original works, and I do like to listen to them. I like to see where I started. I like to hear how shitty I was at the beginning.
Yes,
and
exactly.
You know, one of the whole reasons why I wanted to do this podcast was because I listened back to the Newgrounds voice acting collaboration, like all 4 submissions that we did from 2020 to 2022, and as I'm listening to it, I'm like, fuck, I sucked in 2022. In 2020,
I bet you weren't even that bad.
Compared to my original works, it wasn't as bad. But I listened to that, and then when I got done listening to the 2022 iteration of the collab, I'm like, man, just from those 2 years and all those skits that we put together, I heard myself not only improving as a voice actor on my acting side, but like my deliveries, the way I was able to keep things conversational, the way I was able to deliver on certain emotions, how the quality of my audio was sounding better.
The audio itself,
like I could hear myself improving, and it was a nice little boost. Like, because at times I still get hit with imposter syndrome. Like, man, I just want to, you know, I don't think I'm good enough for this. Maybe like the training I've done didn't really mean anything. Like it wasn't worth it. And I go back and I listen to that and I hear, you know, where I am now. I'm like, it was worth it. Because I've improved so much.
Yes,
and
sir.
The techniques that I know now that have actually improved my work as a voice actor. Oh man, it's night and day.
Yeah.
And it's cool seeing that.
Right on.
And don't be embarrassed of your old works.
No way.
Use those to, you know, keep pushing you forward and propelling you to future success in your career.
They're all stepping stones. They're all bricks to your steps to success and stuff, bro. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, person listening. Keep building.
It's the base of your It's the base of your pyramid.
Yes.
Use that to build all the way to the top of your
You're
pyramid.
the slave in Egypt, and I'm the dude whipping you. Build it more. Build it bigger. Keep putting those blocks on for the pharaoh. I don't know who the pharaoh is in all this. God? The president? I don't know.
It's somebody.
It's Tom Fulp.
Well, see,
You're going to put those bricks down for pharaoh.
Yeah,
Tom
there you go.
Fulp.
It's Tom Fulp. It's Tom Fulp.
Shout outs to Tom
And see,
Fulp.
like we're already at the 25-minute mark of the podcast.
Seriously?
So
Shit.
that's the good thing. Like, we got to, and that's what I want this to be nice and quick, where we just keep it flowing the entire time. Time passes easily. Get you to talk about Dude Guy and Dr. Jib. That's something that you're very passionate about.
So
Give
passionate.
some quick advice about voice acting. and then we're gonna finish it off by recording a scene from a well-known show.
Yes,
and
Barney. Not the
Barney.
new Barney. Not the new Barney. We're on that old shit when he was chilling with like in a puppet head. Go ahead, sorry.
So the scene that we're gonna be reading tonight is from Breaking Bad, and it is the pivotal scene where Walt is being confronted by Skylar, and he basically says, like, I am the danger.
The quotable, it's like the most quotable scene in like probably the whole show.
Oh, yeah.
Would you argue?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd probably say that. I used that as my, I'm the one who knocks in my senior quote.
I am the one who knocks.
Yeah,
yes.
I used that shit in high school.
It's so fucking good. And I feel like it'd be perfect. We've already decided which characters we're going to talk about, and you threw out a good idea.
So
you were gonna do the C, and it's either Dude Guy or Dr. Jib.
Well, I was gonna do Dr. Jib just because at least it's a voice. Like Dude Guy's just me. I don't feel like that, but I feel like it's an interesting. Well, one, I can't do impressions like you, Corey. So to save myself some embarrassment, I'm gonna stick with a character I do constantly. So I was gonna just do Dr. Jib as Skylar, since Skylar's kind of getting all up in our boy Walt's jock. So what? He's doing meth. He's got cancer, bitch. Lay off. But then I figured you. If I'm doing a character I do all the time, I figured you could do a character that you're very familiar with, which is
Bob Velseb. Which actually works well for Walt because it's a very sinister scene. So.
Yeah. And I was reading through it, and that's kind of what popped in my head. Is like this, I think this, like, cause I had the idea while I was like out and about, but then I like read the script and like, I think this could work. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey, we'll have it start where, cause there's a lot of like just like really important dialogue, like where Skylar says, "Did you know this Gail Bowisher person?" And then we'll go on from there, and we'll go to where Walt finishes, "No, I am the one who knocks."
Okay.
And then we'll end it there.
Okay. Works for me, dude. Can I be honest? I don't even remember who Gail Bowisher is. He was the guy that I don't know, spoiler, Breaking Bad. He was the dude that made the coffee, right?
No, he was the one who took over for Jesse after he left, like when they were working for Gus.
No, yeah. But didn't he have like
Jesse
that?
leaves?
Yeah. He made like I think
he had like
coffee.
a special coffee and whatnot.
Walt was all about that.
He was a
shit,
chemist
right?
as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then Jesse ends up shooting him in the head.
Yeah.
That's a
See?
fucking intense episode. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, okay, can you tell me first, because I want to make this real immersive, can you tell me someone Bob has killed? Can you give me like a name of one of Bob's victims? And I'll replace that with Gail.
We'll replace it with Strebber. Even though he didn't kill Strebber, he attacked him and like ripped his arm off in Spooky Month 5. So I think that would work well. So Strebber.
Gotcha.
Did you know this Strebber person? Yeah.
Got you. All right. So let me hold on. All right, I'm Dr. Jib, dude guy. All right. So did you know this Strebber person, Bob?
Dr. Jib, I can't even focus.
Strebber Boticher, did you know him or not?
Oh my God, what exactly did I say last night?
Just enough. Did you work together or something? Who killed him? Was it the people you work for?
Definitely not.
Well, was it somebody who at some point might want to do the same to you? Or me? More importantly, or to me?
I seriously doubt it, Dr. Jib. No.
All right.
Oh God.
See, I think I know what happened last night, Bob. I think I have a very good idea.
I know exactly what happened last night. I drank too much wine.
You told Dude Guy that the man he was looking for might still be out there, that it might not be this Strebber person after all, and I was up all night wondering why you would say that to him.
'Cause I was drunk, Dr. Jib.
No, but then I was remembering your black eye. Your, business disagreement, you called it? That you don't want to talk about for some reason?
Look, I don't want to talk about any of this. Ever. The firewall, all right? Church and state. That's how we need to approach this thing.
And then I remembered the message you left me the other day when you said that you loved me. When I heard that, I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe that you were regretting what's happened between us, all of our years together, and I get that. We've been through a lot, but after last night, Bob, I think you were scared. I think that message was some kind of goodbye.
No, Dr. Jib.
I think that last night was a cry for help.
Oh, Jesus. A cry for help?
Jesus has nothing to do with this. I think some part of you wants Dude Guy to catch you.
Wow. That is it. Exactly. Yes. You're like Dr. Joy's brothers here. God.
I don't know who that is, but he's probably a quack. I'm the best doctor there is. If he caught you, if Dude Guy catches you, at least this would all be over.
Oh, yeah. This is a tremendous weight. Just lift it off of me. Now I understand myself. Thank you.
Bob, I've said it before. If you are in danger, we should go to the police.
Oh, no, I don't want to hear about the police.
Now, I do not say that lightly. I know what it could do to our family, our 30,000 kids, but if it's the only real choice we have, Bob, if it's either that or you're getting shot when you open the front door.
I don't want to hear about the police.
You're not some hardened criminal, Bob. You are in over your head. That's what we tell them, and that's the truth.
No, it's not the truth.
Of course it is. A school teacher, cancer, desperate for money.
Okay, we're done here.
Roped into working for... unable to even quit. You told me that yourself, Bob. Jesus, what the hell was I thinking? What? Bob? I don't know why I called you that one name. It's Bob. Please, let's both of us stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit that you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up, disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to. So let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Dr. Jib. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
All right, admittedly, that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool when you say it, but I still think you should probably tell the police. And then Bob just stabs him in the throat, and Jib's dead. All right, end of scene. Yeah.
That was awesome, man. I love that.
Sweet.
It's so funny, just two totally different characters working together. I love that one. Dr. Jib.
Cool.
Dr. Jib and Bob.
Yeah.
The most unlikely duo of all time, but it works
I know.
very, very well.
Who would have thought they would have been married and had all those kids? That's so romantic.
Right? Exactly.
That's so romantic. Cool. Right on. That was fun.
It was fun. I really love that, and it's a good precedent for what's to come of this show, of this podcast. It's like we're hitting that 35-minute mark right now. It's perfect timing. And you know what? This isn't going to be the only time where we have you on. Like I plan on having people back to this. Like, yeah, just because it's going to be a short format where we just get to have fun within a quick time period. It opens the door for us to bring people back and just have as much fun as we possibly can.
We got all three.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
If we got all three of us,
I was planning on
on
having Cheeto on.
I'm gonna be real.
No, yeah, that would be a special edition for sure.
That'd be a whole ass thing for sure. We'd have so much to talk about. Wouldn't it be funny?
Exactly. But yeah, this was a good first episode. Like I wanted to have you on first, Joe, just because of how lively you are and how natural our conversations are. We just we've really only had the chance to talk to each other on voice chats maybe like a handful of times, and each time like, we talk for hours.
Yeah.
Because the conversations are just natural and they're fun, and I really feel like this is like the perfect guest to have on for the first episode of Voices with Corey. So
Voices with Corey by Voices by Corey. I like it.
By Voices by Corey.
Brother,
it's going to be a tongue twister, but it's going to be a good workout.
But it's a good one. It sounds good. It's smooth. It rolls off the tongue. Voices by Corey Voices with Corey by Voices by Corey. Or wait, should it be Voices with Corey featuring shit. Okay, maybe.
See, it's a tongue twister.
Maybe it's not as smooth as I thought. Okay, we'll workshop it. But honestly, either way, I am honored that I was the first on this hopefully very long and very dope series, because I think, Corey, you're the best. One of the best at what you do.
Oh,
you know how much respect and admiration I have for you and this dope biz that we in. And yeah, thanks for letting me on board.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to this very first episode of Voices with Corey. Tune in next week. I already have another guest lined up.
Who is it?
This is I'm not going to reveal
Who is
just
it?
yet, but it is a very prominent voice actor from a very prominent indie animated series.
Oh my God.
If you have followed this show from the very beginning, you know who this voice actor is. So, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys, and thank you again, Joe, for being the very first guest. I had an absolute blast, and I hope that you guys enjoyed listening. Joe, you want to say one more thing before we sign off on this?
Go watch Dude Guy and Dr. Jib right now. Close this out. Type in Dude Guy, Dr. Jib, Cheeto Studios. Look at it. Watch all of our episodes. Like, comment, subscribe. Savor it. Yeah, savor it, eat it, devour it. Tell all of your friends. Spread the word. I'm big brothering you. Spread the word. Spread it like propaganda. Spread it like a disease. Go. All right, and also have a great day. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to Voices with Corey. Tune into our next episode, where we interview ElusiveVA from the hit indie animated series, Spooky Month.